traders. Hope everyone had a great session yesterday. I did actually put a watch list together. I didn't upload it though. It ended up being at about 10:30, and then market opened and stocks to trade, essentially crashed on me, and I could, and I tried multiple times to get it uploaded again. But you'll find this that especially with slower internet mines between 2 to 6 megabytes a second. But 90% of the time, things will be okay. It will lag a little bit at the start of the session, but I'm not trying to scalp the very start of the session. I don't do that, so that's not a huge issue for me. But yeah, it did crash, and I couldn't reopen it, and I couldn't actually open it this morning either. It was about 4:15 this morning. I got up a little bit early before the gym, had a few clients, and yeah, no love at all. And here we are now. So, what I do want to talk about is my incorrect call on MGTI. This was it a triple bottom? It was one, two. It was sort of three, and then it did take off pretty nicely. Um, there was some heavy resistance in the 230s. I did discuss that already, where I wanted to see a spike, and then it didn't drop though. I couldn't see any of this. Obviously, I didn't trade it. I didn't sell it. I probably would have sold it when it broke down 211, got down to 202. I probably wouldn't have even actually got into it because it's sort of, to start the session off. And you could say it's sort of correlated with Bitcoin because it has had a bounce as well. Let's get the chart up now on that. The reason why I discussed Bitcoin with MGTI is MGTI are the biggest miners in the US. I think they're going to have 5,000 units up and running soon. It's just one of those companies. There's a lawsuit out, I believe, for the CEO. It's just they had John McAfee involved. It's I wouldn't be investing in this company. It's interesting, but there's a few speed bumps for it to get over. So but they've invested a lot of money in the mining. I don't think it's like an absolute junker, but it's shady. Um, okay, so here it is. The daily chart. The daily chart's pretty telling, to be honest. I wouldn't be buying off the daily chart. The 4 hour is a little bit. That's pretty interesting. You could sort of say that was the bottom, and now there's some sideways consolidation. We'll see. Sometimes it rallies on the weekend. It's not really relevant right now. We'll see. I mean, there's been no press out for a little while since the 26th of January when John McAfee left the company. So anyway, let's have a look at what else happened. POTN. And this moved pretty nice actually. So I might have missed that a little bit. Overall, though, I wouldn't have been keen to play a breakout just because the US markets were down pretty significantly, and it's just been, it's been so bullish recently that it's concerning to me. So I don't know if I would have sort of played this. There is some resistance that it crunched through, so it's interesting. I don't think I would have been really. I've been more looking for dip buy opportunities, and this didn't really incur any significant support when it bounced off there. ATOS, this moved a little bit. Oh no, it was POTN, I think, that moved. This sort of yeah, I've been a shorting opportunity there, but then you've got support. Support right there, really. It's had a couple of. So, did I miss much? Not really. It looks like. How did things end in? You see, nothing's really. TVIX was pretty significant. That's quite a lot of volume. AKER. That's a lot of volume. It's been quite the week as well, and For the people that do watch the watch list and everything like that, I apologize. I had work at 4 in the morning, and a couple of days in this week it was 3 in the morning, just with my shift work at the airport. So it's very difficult to get up, to trade because the session opens at 10:30, and I'm finding I like to trade the start of the session, the first hour and a half to an hour. And I try to get the closes, but it's I do actually have quite a bit on, like very early in the morning, surprisingly. So I couldn't really get those. AKER is an interesting little, there was a little bit of a dip there to buy into, but it's just sort of one of those things that just a little bit choppy. I didn't miss anything in the close anyway, so a little bit there, a bit of support at 39. You could have potentially bought off, because I don't really just jump in during the market open. Oh no, that wasn't too late. See, right there is good when it's wicking like that, and the space to the left, you have your stop down there, and then it just sort of, moved a little bit. But in conclusion, guys, no trades this week. I did discuss the MGTI sell trade earlier as well in the week. That didn't really work out. I mean, 260 down to where it sort of went was the sell trade, and it was not interested in breaking through $2. There was, quite a lot of interest because it's one of those companies. You've got a lot of believers with the Bitcoin technology and whatnot and what they're doing, so they're going to see value in that, and that's what occurred. But then it was hard to play. Chad try to get that triple or double bottom, and it was, there were a lot of sellers, in the teens, the 215s and things like that, even lower than that. So, it was a bit of a hard one to sort of play at, and the volume was not terrible. Probably double its normal. No, the average is 2.8 now. Used to be lower than that, so it's getting a little more interest. Market cap 31.3 million. Yeah, so in conclusion, going into next week, I'm not too sure. There will be a video out during the day, and there won't be one in the evening. I won't be able to do that, but I will be trading. It'll be work for night shift, but it's a little bit easier to trade then because I'm up and I don't have to go to bed early. So, guys, that is it. That's sort of like the weekly wrap up as well. I've been doing a lot of video lesson work on dip buys, and it's making more sense. It's obviously a little frustrating. I can't get to, I couldn't get to mark open. It would just mean, I'm extremely super deprived, which is a little dangerous for what I do. So sometimes you sort of have to respect the schedule. I really should have probably done a swing trade on MGTI, and I'm sort of contemplating dabbling in that a little bit more because just with my erratic schedule, it's probably going to be a little more appropriate. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Good luck and happy trading. Bye for now.